Welcome to the Myself tab demo. The purpose of this demo is to show you how to locate and update information about yourself throughout this website. If you need help logging into the site, stop this demo and first watch the logging in demo. Once in the site, you can click on the Myself tab. You will see that there are 6 subtabs listed below the Myself tab. In this demonstration, we'll touch on each subtab. The first one is Personal Profile. Personal Profile is where you can update your personal information, such as your address and your emergency contact information. If your address changes, you can click on Contact Information. And then you can click on the Edit pencil. Make any changes to your information and then click on Submit. And you'll see any changes that I've made are immediate. The next link I want to show you is Emergency Contact. To add a contact, click on Add Emergency Contact. From here you can choose to add a primary, secondary, or tertiary contact. Enter information into each field and then click on Submit. It's also important to keep your emergency contact information up to date, so if your contact moves or their phone number changes, be sure to update that information using the Edit pencil here. Let's move on to the second subtab, Career Profile. Career Profile is a place for you to track your accomplishments while working within the company. Click on each tab on the left to add or update your information. The next subtab is Pay and Benefits. The Pay and Benefits tab gives you access to your pay history, pay details, and all information that pertains to payroll and benefits. The first link I'd like to show you is Direct Deposit. Direct Deposit allows you to manage your own direct deposit information. If you currently have direct deposit information within the company, you will see your information listed here. To edit existing information, click on the pencil icon. And if you'd ever like to delete direct deposit information, click on the garbage can. To add a new bank account, click here on Add Bank Account. For now, I'm going to edit one of my current bank accounts so we can walk through the fields. The first drop-down you'll see is Account Type. This is where you can choose checking or savings. Account nickname is an optional field that you can use to identify which account you're setting up. Bank routing number is a 9-digit number that you will find at the bottom of your checks, or you can contact your bank for that information. Enter the 9-digit number, then click on Validate. This should bring up the name of your bank. This is an extra check to be sure you've entered the correct information. Next, enter in your account number. After that is the end date field. If you want the direct deposit to end, you put a date here. If you want it to go into the indefinite future, leave the field blank. Below that is Upload Check. This is where you can upload a scanned version of your voided check. On the right, you can choose your allocation type, either a percentage or a dollar amount, and then enter the amount. The last thing to look at when you're setting up a direct deposit account is the sequence number. You can add up to 9 different sequence numbers, which means you can add up to 9 different direct deposit accounts. The sequence number tells the system in which order to allocate your money. In our example, you can see our first account is set up for $50 and our second account is set up for 100%. So this tells the system is that first I want $50 to come out of my check into this bank account, and then second I want 100% of the remaining money to go into the second checking account. That's the correct way to do it. Let's say my check was for $1,000. $50 comes out first, which leaves me with $950 or 95% of my check. So if I was to do this the incorrect way and enter 95 here, what would happen is that $50 would come out first, and then 95% of 950 would be allocated to the second bank account. The remaining money would be printed as a check and would be mailed to you. The lesson here is that whatever your last sequence number is, it should always be 100%. Once all changes or additions are made, click on Submit. The next link I'd like to show you is Pay Stubs. The pay stub link allows you to look at any past or current pay stubs. As each payroll passes, this list will grow. To view a pay stub, choose the check date that you'd like to see, and then click on the link that says Download Pay Stub. Depending on your browser, you may get a prompt to open up the PDF. Once open, you can view, print, or save your pay stub. We recommend that you avoid printing to save paper, as your pay stub will always be available here. The next link I want to show you is Time Away from Work. Time away from work is where you can access your time away balances, such as PTO, vacation, sick, and personal time. What you see here will depend on your company's policies. There's a separate demo available for you to learn more about time away from work. The next link I'd like to show you is W-4 information. W-4 information is where you can update your federal and state withholding information. You'll see under File Name that there are two links, one for federal and one for the state that you work in. To make changes to your W-4, click on the file name and a PDF will open with your W-4 information. You can make changes in the PDF, and all changes that you make will show immediately in the W-4 settings listed below. The next sub-tab under the Myself tab is Time and Expenses. Time and Expenses has tools for you to track your time and your expense reports. From the dashboard, you can see your timesheets. There will be a list of all of your open and closed timesheets here. The one shown here is open with 4 hours worked. If you have a timesheet that's open, you can click on Edit to add or change information. Once all of your time is added, you can save it or submit the timesheet to your manager. There's a separate demo that shows timesheets in more detail. On the left, you'll also see a link for expense reports. Expense reports show your current and past expense reports, a total amount, whether or not they've been paid, and the status of the report. To add a new expense report, click on this button here. Or to edit an existing report, click on the Edit pencil, and then you can add or edit expenses on the existing report. There's another demo available to show you expense reports in more detail. For now, let's go to the next sub-tab, which is Performance. If your company does performance reviews through this site, this is where they can be found. From here, we can see our demo person has a self-assessment, a manager assessment, and a peer assessment. You can see when it was completed and the score received. Depending on the performance review process at your company, you will see different things on this page. The last sub-tab is Company Documents. This is a place where your human resources or manager can post documents that will be available to you on an ongoing basis. To open a document, click on the file name and it will open in a separate window. This concludes the Myself tab demo. Thank you for watching.